Hello, everybody. My name is Jonathan Jimenez, and this is my email. And the product owner and mentor for this project is Masood Sajadi, and this is his contact information. I'm going to be talking about the Big Daddy Rubber Band Expert and my signals role in this expert advisor. This is already it having compiled, so let me close that and run the same thing. These parameters are for 2018, the beginning of 2018 to the end. The deposit's 10,000. The currency is GBP USD, and I found that this time frame worked best with this expert advisor. So let's hit start. To start it off, Big Daddy Rubber Band Expert is a combination of multiple signals, specifically the SJY signal, the double top and bottom, the head and shoulders, as well as the moving average signal. Okay, so right here you can see a bunch of trades have opened. Let's go to the back test and really dig into that. So let's see, total trades were 205 with a profit of 738, so we were profitable. Um, looking at the long trades and short trades, it looks like the majority of our trades were short trades, so sell positions, and about 50.25% of them were profitable. Winning would be profitable. Long trades were 88, and we got somehow exactly 50% of that. So let me go ahead and describe what's going on here. So we have multiple signals going on, so it's very difficult, if not impossible, to pinpoint exactly what signal what signal won the vote to buy or sell. But essentially, because we ended up being profitable, the combination of them does work. And here our RSI appears because my SJY signal is basically a combination of the RSI and as well as the exponential moving average indicators. Um, so let me go into that code right now. This is the expert advisor for the Big Daddy Rubber Band Expert. As you can see, we have the signal moving average, signal head and shoulders, the SJY, double top and bottom. Um, all of this was created using the wizard. After this was created using the wizard, it hasn't been touched. The majority, if not all of the work, comes from the signal itself. So let me start at the top. So first of all, I have variables declared for the moving average indicator that I'm going to create that I'm going to create and initialize within this signal, as well as the RSI indicator. Um, these patterns as well. This is a very important part. So model 1 shows that there's no pattern, that the requirements have not been met and you should not open any position. Then pattern 2 means go long, essentially open a buy position, and model 3 go short, so open a sell position. These variables right here, RSI max, RSI min, and RSI mid, uh, they are used within the algorithm to basically give it a floor and a ceiling, meaning if they pass these values, then you should not open a position. It needs to meet those requirements. Uh, so let's continue on. I did overwrite the long condition and short condition initially provided, and these are the object initialization methods for the RSI indicator as well as the moving average indicator, and these are simply methods to access that data. So I was given the weight, or I gave the weight of 80 to the first pattern because uh, if it detects that you should not open a position, then because it's already using well-known indications of market trends, namely RSI, which tells you essentially the momentum, how strong the market's moving in a certain direction, as well as moving average. I place more weight on that. And then buy long and buy short are pretty much equal. So these are the initializations I initially do. So the shift is 0. I chose the 50-day moving average simply because the most commonly known ones or used are the 50-day, 100-day, and 200-day. However, the 50-day is the more popular option. Um, and so with that, it gives you a better idea of market trends. The method, the averaging method, is going to be exponential, so the exponential moving average, and then the applied price that's on the moving average is the price close. Now for RSI, the regularly observed value for the period is 14, so that's what I went with as well. And of a period of H4, as you saw when I ran the test, that was the same thing, H4 right here, and the applied price value for the RSI is price close. So as I was saying earlier, the RSI min, mid, and max, these are essentially floors and ceilings, and well, mid wouldn't be either, but it's more a point to reach. So generally observed, these are below 30 tells you a market's going this way. Above 30 tells you a market's going this way. However, there's a sweet spot between 50 and 30, and that's what we're looking for, as well as a sweet spot between 50 and 70. Now, once you go past 70 and once you go under 30, that's when it's an indication that the market's about to change direction. So these are simple validation settings, initializations. Let's go down to, this is the creation of the actual indicator. Let's go down to the long condition. So the long condition, I assign the values within calculated by the RSI and the EMA to variables to RSI value, EMA value, and this is the bread and butter of the algorithm itself. So to open a long position, a buy position, you would first check the RSI value and then make sure that that is greater than the exponential moving average value. And and you know if that RSI value is still greater than the mid, which is 50, and the RS value is less than the max, so if it's between 50 and 70, then let's open a long position. Otherwise, don't do anything. Now for the short position, it's very similar, almost a little flipped. So here, it's the RSI value is less than in comparison to this one where it was greater than the EMA value, and the RSI value must be between 30 and 50. So the RSI value must be greater than 30 but less than 50 to open a short position. And that's essentially the signal. It's a very simple signal, but I believe it's very powerful. When I ran the optimization on it, just as a test, it always assigned the SJY indicator a higher weight than the other ones. Again, this algorithm ended up being pretty profitable. Um, Here you can see the profits and losses by month, and generally we we were very profitable. Some months more than others were having lost only half the time, and others, losing more than half the time, but averaging out to a profitable win. Um, so that's essentially it. My name is Jonathan Jimenez, and this is my contact information in case you have any questions on the project. And again, the product owner/mentor is Masood Sajadi, and this is his contact information. Thank you.